Hi everyone, so in today's video I'll be trying out some of Spellbinders' new kits of the month for November of 2024. I was going to say dies, but they're not all dies. And I think I'll try out the Stencil of the month. Probably pair it with some of the sentiments from the Glimmer of the month and then the large die of the month. So that's what we'll be checking out today. So these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and links down in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like. I do have them for the US and the UK, and if you're a current club member, great, you're on your way to getting your new sets this month. But if you're watching this video right now, that means that the club options are open for the whole community and anybody that wants to sign up. So they usually do it on the 6th, sometimes on the evening on the 5th, so you might be watching this video then. Club options are open now for new signups. So again, I'll have those linked for you guys. We're just going to hop to it because there's, I want to play with quite a few of these items today. So again, we'll do the sentiment probably from the Glimmer of the month. I do have a whole unboxing and tutorial, there's a tutorial, but review of these things where I've measured things. I let you know all those kinds of ins and outs, so go ahead and check that video. I'll link in the description box if you are interested. But for today, we're just going to jump right to it. So I do have my stencils here. Now, I brought them out of the package, and they're just like this, right? And if I look, I can see that they don't overlap. Every one of these guys is called, I think, all squared up, or squared away, sorry. If you start turning these and changing them, they're going to get off kilter. Like, it's not going to be the same anymore. So what I'm going to do, because they don't have, at least these don't, and I do get samples, but maybe this is how they're going to be. They do not have numbers on them or anything like that, and I do want to keep them right so that you're not overlapping. The whole point is that they're kind of nestled into each other, these little squares. So I suppose you could just work with them that way, right? Once you do the one, you're going to notice that this next one should be near it or right on top of it, and it shouldn't overlap. So it's something you can keep in mind, but I think for right now I'm just going to draw with a marker and see if it stays. I'll be right back. Actually, okay, right now I only have this metallic marker. I'll rather use like a Bic, but that's okay. So right now I'm going to write like 1 on this one in the top corner, 2 in this top corner, and if it rubs away, that's fine, but I just want to keep that right. So as I'm saying, as you're working with them, you see how they don't overlap, but they kind of interlock. So anyway, this is 3, 4, and 5. And, I put them in the top corner, but basically at the top so that you're not turning them upside down. I don't think they're symmetrical either, so there you go. Alright, well, let me grab some paper and ink. We'll start with the background and then we'll go from there. We have our stencil. I'm just going to lay something down right here. And I'm going to do A2 size card. Typical of me there. This one is cut at 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2, so it's a long ways like this, or if you want to open it this way, just a little something different. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, because that's the kind of matte layer I like, and I already cut it down, but you can definitely cut it down later. And I'm going to start with number 1. Now, I will say, I'm also using a piece of paper that isn't as big as these stencils, so when I come in I am going to make sure that they're where they should be. I'm kind of lining it up in a way that makes sense to me a little bit here, split the difference there, and we'll just go from there. And I think I'm going to use some pinks or reds, oranges, I don't know, some fun colors. Oh, I like teal. I just saw some teal and so here, but okay, let's just get started. So I'm just going to use some fun fresh colors, like this one's kind of like a coral color. And you know how light or dark you like to do things? Do that. Generally, I like to leave my stenciled areas just looking kind of organic, not super filled in. I like to where it's super solid. I might put a matte layer on this, so I'm going to also cover this middle section possibly. So, I probably don't have to focus on that much because most of it will be covered up, but you never know. So I'm, of course, going to color in this whole thing. Okay, so let's just say that's that one. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2. Again, I'm going to bring number 1 back just so I can have an idea of where that number 2 is supposed to be. It is, as you can see, it just meets right up in that corner, So, I'll place it that way here. That piece meets right up right there. And trying to keep it straight. They don't overlap, as you can see there. And maybe I'll put this here. And I'm gonna go from light to darker. Generally that's how you stencil anyway, but for me, I'm not switching out the heads, you know, so if I use like a lighter pinkish color, when I switch out to red later, I don't want this to be like super, super dark, so there you go. And again, just filling this in. Now if you want, the easiest way to just line this up is to make the first paper that, you know, your paper that you're actually coloring on, the same size as the stencil, so when you pick it up, you're just putting it right on top, you know. So that was that one. Oh, okay. Oh, look how cute. So that was 1 and 2, and when I bring 3 in, I'm going to put it on top just so I can see, it should line right up, same base level with this one, but again, they're not overlapping, so just about there, right? That looks good. And maybe I'll do a darker red. There's a lot of orange there, or a lot of red. You see that? That's from the last one. So maybe let's go with an orange, just to have a little more difference in color. And this orange should be more saturated than the one that I just used. And maybe on number 5 I'll use yellow or some other color that just... I think this is the same brush I use for yellow though, so I might have to get another one. Filling that one in a little darker. Okay. And then we have 4, which I'm sure when I bring in it'll just make sense, like it's right here, right? Just kind of falls in. Should get a little bit closer for you guys. Sorry, hopefully you can tell with the other layers. Sorry about that. Right there. And again, I'm having to eyeball just because I didn't make the paper the same size. Okay, so let's put this guy up. And ooh, did I use red already? I don't remember that. I feel like oh no, I did another orange. Okay, that's right. Okay, let's use red, because this one's going to be quite a bit darker. And then, I mean, you can do gradations, you know what I'm saying, like how dark that is, and then lighter. I like the way that looks, but I haven't been doing that, so I'm going to go ahead and just color this in as dark as I would like. A little bit lighter. Oh, it's so pretty. And I was thinking maybe this last number 5. Again, just sitting in there and not super overlapping. Excuse me. Let me grab a yellow and I'll bring back one. Even though, like I said, orange and yellow to me, I kind of switch them out. Let's go with a really bright lemon kind of yellow. Oops, see, it's over. Let me wipe this down somewhere else. Oh, that's weird. It gave me that color, but it did look very yellow. So I'm going to do this very lightly. Just a little pop of yellow will be a little more just yellow. Alright. Do you have little kids in your lives that used to say Lelo? I sure did. Okay. Or do. I think they've outgrown that. Okay. I'm trying to do it very lightly so I keep having to dab because I'm not picking up a lot of color. And there it is. How cute. Just really fun, filled in little squares. Alright, let me clean up and I'll be right back. That's our gorgeous background. Again, I'm going to cover this up, I think, a little bit. So we're just going to put this down. And I'm going to take the little background, this little guy from the large die of the month, and just run it through this paper I just grabbed, and I thought the colors match really well, so I'll just run that through. I'll be right back. So there is that. And I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just put the happy birthday rat on here. Let me look how cute that is. So we want to make sure. Looks good, looks good. Now generally, well, other times I usually do the foiling first and then I'll run it through if I was going to die cut it, but I already die cut that piece, so that's okay. So what I'm going to do is grab the foil that came with this month's set and hopefully try to keep it nice and straight. So that's the whole thing where I like to foil first then cut, because I know for sure it's where I want it to be. But that's alright. Let's just take this guy and cut some of this down. And I'm just totally eyeballing with the sizing on this, so hopefully I'm about where I want it to be. So if you're doing it this way, the way I'm planning it, you're going to put your foil down. Tongue-tied again. Anyway, you want the pretty side facing you, because as you can imagine, this is going to push down and that stays there, right? If you had the silver side facing you, you'd foil your plates. So, you know, I don't really know what straight is. I'm looking at this here, and maybe the line here, the line there, that looks pretty good. You know, I'm kind of making this up here on the fly. And I'm going to stick that down and this piece down. And I'm going to bring out my Glimmer and get that warmed up. So I'm going to bring out the Glimmer and turn it on, let it get warmed up, and we will run this guy through. So I'm going to take this whole thing and I'm just going to turn it over. Put that right down there. Hopefully those didn't shift on me at all. And put this on top, because I like to do that now. And press timer, and when the timer stops blinking, we are ready to go. And put this all back over here. And I'll be right back. Okay, stop, put that there. Put this over here, and I'm going to slide it through my Platinum 6. I'll check this guy out. Aw, so cute. Okay, let me clean up a bit. I'll be right back. Let's go ahead and glue this guy down, because I'm going to put some other stuff on top of this. From our large die of the month. Again, all these little like black pieces of stuff. I don't know where they're coming from. I've been paper or die cutting a lot of black paper. Okay. I'm gonna hold that down. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna put some little gifts on here. I think that'll be really cute. So we have some characters here, and I explained in the previous video. Sorry, I have everything just kind of sitting on here. You have the little car with like the little frog driving it. You have the accent pieces for your little frog for his outfit. You know, it actually is right here. I don't know if you can see that. That's like the shirt. You can imagine it goes like that. Decorative pieces. We have little party hats. I think I might use one of those. We have the gifts, and then the bows that go on the gifts. It even has like little dots to decorate with, or whatever, however you want to do this. I mean, there's lots of cute ways to use this guy. So let me grab some papers. I'm just going to run some of these guys through, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I have a few different things here. We have this guy on this same die that does like the bow. It does this little top part you can put on your gift, but it's also like the accent piece for one of the hats. There's two hats on that die there. So I'm just going to take this guy, pop that on there. And I'm just using some really like wild colors. That's kind of where I've been doing here. We have this guy, and I think I'm just going to put this bow on it, because obviously this is the size for that one, but I'm sure you can cut this down and it'll work for the other one too, right? You just trim off a little bit of it. Actually, I shouldn't put glue all the way in the bow, because that ends up somewhere else, like right here. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. That's very cute. I'm going to hold that down, I can tell. We have some dots over here that are on this one, the one with the bow. And so I have this other little gold top maybe for my gift. I think I'll do the yellow gift. And then I have all these little gold dots, so I'm just going to kind of come in here. I don't know. I don't want them to look super like they're a specific way, but I don't know if I can get around that. Like there. Maybe we only use a few. Yeah, maybe we just do it like that. Does it look like cheese? I don't know. Okay. So we have that, and I still have one extra dot here. And maybe this guy. Let me clean up just a little bit and we'll bring our card base back in here and see what we're gonna do. I have this guy, and then this little guy. Let me see if it looks right like that. I just cut the little head out because I thought we would just throw it on here somewhere, but I'm trying to see. Yeah, maybe just like in there. Okay, just a little stack of gifts and this other guy. So let's... I was going to pop these up, but I think I'm just going to stick them right down. Like some little extra something here. Okay. I'm trying to put the gifts on there a little bit wonky. It looks like that's how they're supposed to be, kind of like fun. And our little hat. Cute. Alright, I'll hold those down. I'll be right back. And there's our card. Super festive, bright, fun. Again, kind of more, I think, tending towards for like a child's card. Super cute. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links for the clubs in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.